everybody, and welcome to The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, the show where we take 3 comics, tell you what happens in them, and then tell you which we think is the good, the bad, and the ugly.
That's right. We've got 3 books. The theme here is teenagers in comics. So we did a Cloak and Dagger book, Cloak and Dagger number 6, Superboy number 22, Generation X number 1. First book we're going to do is Cloak and Dagger. So Ben, tell us what happened in Cloak and Dagger number 6.
Dude, this should be a quick one.
So, yeah, right? In Cloak and Dagger.
Because
nothing.
Yeah.
oh no, stuff happens. Oh boy, does stuff happen. So it was written by Terry Austin, art by Mike Vosberg, Barb Rausch, letters by Ken Bruzenak, and I'm not going to get into the rest.
Yeah. And the rest.
So you open up on a character called Ecstasy, who apparently, did she steal Cloak's power?
She killed Cloak, took his cloak.
His cloak.
Can
So now she's got powers.
Can I ask a question since you guys just did a Cloak and Dagger series?
Yeah.
Didn't Cloak's powers originate from an accident with drugs?
Yes.
Yes.
He was injected with synthetic
It has nothing
heroin.
to do
But
with
not
the cloak.
Ecstasy.
No, and the cloak is just a piece of fabric
So
that
how-
then connects to his powers.
Right, so how, if he's gone, does the cloak work for anybody else?
Right.
Because there's a demon inside the cloak, Tiffany, and it's always there, apparently.
No,
Yeah.
the demon was connected to him, though, wasn't it?
No, the demon was inside the dimension
Yeah.
that Cloak can tap into.
Right.
And
With the
uses-
cloak.
And he uses the cloak as like a method of making
Yeah,
the
so
But
how
if he
does
didn't
she
have the
tap
cloak, he
into
could
it?
use like a robe.
That's right.
Yes.
Yes.
Like a bathrobe.
Yeah.
Maybe he
I
used
feel
it for
real lazy this morning.
He used it for so long
That it became a part
like,
of him.
intrinsically connected.
I'm
the
sure
dimension
there's
and the
some
cloak
answer
are-
somewhere.
The answer is, how do I get this woman scantily clad in strips of black?
It's
Well-
amazing that we managed to get because
assume she's just always like that,
because
though.
Dagger's not usually in her costume right now, and she's the one we usually look at because she has the awesomely sexy costume. But since
Right.
she's normally dressed, we need
Yeah.
somebody
Yeah.
in the Cloak and Dagger book to be dressed
My-
provocatively.
My favorite part about her costume is that she's somehow wearing a cloak, but her butt is totally exposed still.
Yes.
It's just a sideways cloak.
It's
Yes.
It's not even really a cloak. It's like a long piece of fabric.
Yeah, it's like a scarf,
shawl.
really, or shawl.
Yeah.
She should be called Shawl, really.
So we have this character Ecstasy who just burned down a rival drug warehouse.
Yeah.
Rival drugs.
Yeah.
You mean to tell me that she's in the business?
Oh, she is. The ecstasy business.
And she's French.
Yes.
Let's
We-
not forget that part.
Because she's in Marseille,
Yeah.
and everything has speech bubbles around it being like, translated from French.
I like that. I like that
Yeah.
detail.
Yeah.
That's a comic
so
book
that
trope.
they're not speaking English.
Right.
Yes. So she traps them in her cloak and kills them,
Yeah.
Yeah.
we assume, because they're just lying on the ground afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then they scream.
Yeah.
No.
Right.
And they look like contorted and like
Yeah,
horrified.
they look like mummies.
It's funny
crazy.
because later on there'll be another person who's wrapped up in the cloak where something completely different
Totally
happens.
different.
Oh, entirely. Enter Dagger, who is currently not a superhero right now because she's blind.
Okay, hold the phone, because Daredevil's a superhero.
And he's blind.
Yeah. But was Daredevil a superhero the second he became blind?
And-
or did he have to learn?
The question really is, was she blinded by the light?
By the way,
Why is she blind? Just-
she got blinded in a previous issue. Like, that's the best part of this book is that, like, okay, Cloak and Dagger, I'm in. And Stan Lee says every comic is somebody's first. I'm jumping into Cloak and Dagger. I've heard a little bit about them. Cloak's dead and Dagger's blind. What?
So what do they do? Nothing.
Well, that's why you have her to look at.
Yeah, that's why we have
Yeah.
Ecstasy.
Yeah.
This villain. We're going to follow the villain story.
Yeah.
But for a good half of this book, we watch Dagger learn to navigate the world being blind.
And by the way... Oh, sorry.
Oh, I was gonna say it's literally like an educational pamphlet.
Straight
on
up is.
what
Yes.
it's like to be blind.
Which blind people cannot read.
They can get it in.
Educate the world.
It's for us.
Yeah.
So
for
we
us to
understand.
So that we can
Humanize them,
what they
empathize.
go
Yes.
Yes.
And by the way,
Okay.
the writer did go and, like, research
they
all
must
this.
have.
I mean, because there's
Painfully
16 pages.
obvious.
They're like, hey, I did some research.
Yeah.
He
Oh,
shadowed
good
a
for
person
you.
for the day, and
Yeah.
he took all of his notes, and he used every note he took.
And made it into a speech bubble that was in the author's avatar.
Why doesn't it say on the cover like something about like a special like blind friendly issue or something? Because it's so detailed
Yes.
as to
Yeah.
how blind people use the cane and so forth.
Yeah.
Yep, and their surroundings. It's
Like,
specifically
it's
about
most
being
of
blind
the
in New
book.
York.
Can we
Yeah.
see that cover again?
Yeah, gives you no indication.
I just want to point
Not
out.
only
the
does
cover.
She's
this-
literally
nowhere-
fighting Dagger.
This
On
will
the
not
cover.
happen in this
Take
book.
a look at this cover.
Yeah.
Yes. By the way, Bubble Bobble, one of my favorite arcade games of all
I
time.
saw that. Yeah.
Oh, the ads are probably the best thing in this
Sweet.
book.
Easily.
Oh, definitely.
So how many pages
are dedicated to the blind education of this
Which
book.
is, I get it.
Which, by the way, cool.
Cool.
Yeah.
That is cool.
Not what I was expecting.
No.
It's a little much.
After the first page, I was like, okay, that was neat. And then I was like,
No.
1,
okay.
2. All right. Now there's
We meet Father Delgado. Remember when Father
Father
Delgado
Delgado,
went
yeah.
insane?
Yes.
creepy guy. Yeah.
He's back now.
He's back and he's not insane. I
And
guess.
there's
more insane.
And there's a different father
it.
who's helping. Yeah. No, that's Father Delgado.
Oh.
Those are
Yeah.
crazy eyes.
Yeah.
No, the other guy's her uncle.
Yeah.
Uncle?
But they're saying
Is
he's
it
not.
uncle?
They're saying he's
I
fine.
mean, she
Yeah.
calls him
But we
uncle,
know
but
he's
it ain't
not.
uncle.
Yeah.
No.
Uncle.
Elsewhere, someone else comes in.
That's the detective that helped them when they first came on the scene, and then she became a superhero too.
Does she
We
not
get-
have
oh.
a shirt?
No,
I mean,
she's
like
got like
it's,
a
it's just open.
who we never see again.
we
in this
never see
book.
again.
No.
There's no context for this
Just
section.
put that in the back of your mind.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
For later.
Hey,
That
you wanted to
happened.
see some more cleavage. Here you go.
There you go.
Yeah, we figured
Now
it out.
Checking back in with the character.
Third page of Navigating Blindly.
Yes.
Fourth page of Navigating Blindly. Going back to ecstasy,
yes.
and her plans to rule the drug market. Now she's going to be moving to America.
Yeah. She's
And
gonna
they're
take
like,
on-
but that's the Kingpin's territory. Are you sure you want to do this? She's like, let me worry about the
Yeah,
Kingpin.
I got cloak powers now,
Yeah.
and I can use them way better than he ever did.
Yeah, she is like way more dressed than I expected. It was like I didn't
Yeah.
know who she was.
Then her butler or lackey.
Or
Yeah.
some guy
Yeah.
who's dressed like one anyway.
Is he dressed like a butler, or is he
know what the-
dressed like he should be in the French
Revolution.
Renaissance?
Yeah.
Or the Hellfire Club.
Some guy that overhears
Some man out of time.
Yes.
and is serving her drinks.
It's because they're French.
He's got buckles on
Oh
his
my
shoes.
god, he does.
Yeah.
What?
And he may or may not be wearing a white wig. We don't know.
Yeah.
Because there is that white ponytail in the back.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he's
Yeah.
got the little frilly ruffles.
This book is
sleeves.
madness. This is insane.
So
Listen,
that
if ecstasy wants that, ecstasy gets that.
Yes.
yeah.
She's the boss.
this lackey overhears the conversation and is like, I'm going to tell the Kingpin.
Right.
Right.
I'm going to warn him.
Because he's working for him.
Yeah.
He's like
Yeah.
working for
Working both
everybody.
sides.
He's working for
Because he called the guys, like the other drug den, he called them ahead of time so they
Yes.
could prepare. It
And
didn't
then they
do
still
anything.
died.
And then they died anyway.
So he's pretty much the worst at his job.
Yeah.
The Kingpin finds out about this and calls the disciplinarian.
Yeah.
I love the disciplinarian.
You know him.
Disciplinarian and that old chestnut.
He's
that
everyone's
classic villain.
favorite villain.
He slows down time. He's got
Yes.
that ability, but then he just shoots him in the head.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Then
yeah.
he just shoots them. But
Yeah.
he is able to dispatch them because
Yeah.
he slowed them down.
Right, which means that he's actually the worst shot ever.
Right?
I can't shoot you unless you're slow.
He's going to stop ecstasy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because the Kingpin hired him to.
Right.
Yep.
Back to Dagger, navigating New York City.
5th page.
Yeah.
Sixth page.
6th page.
Seventh page.
Yeah.
7th page.
After she got bumped into by... Okay, so she's crossing a street.
Yep.
And she's like, I know what to do. I
It's like
square
her
myself
final
off.
exam or
Yep.
something.
And I'm going to cross... But, oh no, the traffic's... there have been people crossing. I might not have enough time. I'm just going to go. I'll make
She
it.
has no idea how long the light has been green.
Some business guy with a suitcase shoulder charges into her,
It keeps
never
going.
looks back.
The
She falls
linebacker.
down on the street.
That's entirely believable if this is New York.
If
Yeah.
it's New York, but she has a cane.
Yeah.
He just knocks her the
He's
hell
a
over.
New Yorker.
Yeah.
And then guess what? Traffic is going to go.
Hey,
Yeah.
she should have been.
She fell
should have
down
been
in the
more
street,
careful.
and traffic's like, no
Yep.
pedestrian in the way, but the light's green. Screw you.
Yep.
Yeah, I've been there. That's exactly what they do.
Well, you're a helpless pedestrian, but I gotta be across town in like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So
So random guy saves her.
You
Yep.
mean Evil Stanley?
Evil
Yes.
Stanley. Steve Lee.
Oh, he made a cameo in the book. He's everywhere.
Yeah.
And then vanishes.
Hmm.
But does he?
Oh, no.
oh.
Is he someone that might show up later?
Yes. Yes, he is.
So then her tutor's like, that was weird. Anyway, I think you've had enough for today. Let's go home.
Fail.
Then she meets with
Yeah.
Father Delgado
Yep.
Yeah.
and her uncle.
Mm-hmm.
But she's not feeling so good. She's got a fever.
Right.
Yeah,
And
we
the
know
only
why.
cure is not more cowbell.
Can I just say, would anyone ever believe that Father Delgado was a totally normal
Look
guy
at this man.
if he showed up?
I love this
Every
new version.
panel.
He's like a sexy 30-something in the original book before he goes insane.
Now he's in
Now
his
he's like
50s.
a
He's
creepy
just
old man.
manic, and you're
Yeah.
like, hi,
He's like, "Ha."
hi, I'm totally fine.
Oh, what's to attach? Wait to attach girlfriend? Is that mean?
Yeah, overly
that's-
attached
yeah,
girlfriend.
overly
Yeah,
Yeah,
girlfriend.
those are
Overly
his
attached,
eyes.
Yeah.
overly attached priest.
Yeah,
Hey, dude, could you blink? Or something?
I'm just blinking when you're blinking.
Now I'm gonna make this face.
Yeah.
Now I'm Grumpy Cat.
Yeah.
But yeah,
What is
so
that?
Delgado, if you're not familiar with the Cloak and Dagger saga, Father Delgado is the dude who used to run the Holy Ghost Church, where Cloak and Dagger's like that was their Ghostbusters firehouse. And
now he's gone insane and he wants to kill Dagger.
well, and he's back, but he's also he still loves her and like is
But she has to die.
But she has to
though,
die
for her.
But
sins
she has
or
a fever because if you're
Well,
again, she's got the light.
We're gonna get
yeah,
there.
she's got the light.
Of
Now-
Zartha.
Her uncle.
No, doesn't matter what his own
Whatever. So the uncle is like, oh man, I know what is wrong with you. Let's cut away from what's going on right now so that we can see the old evil Stan Lee.
Yeah.
Steve Lee.
Yep.
Yep.
That's fantastic. Morph into some sort of monster,
Or a demon
Yeah.
or something.
which is Father Delgado's like
Friend or colleague?
master. Like that's
Yeah.
the guy he's following
Yeah.
Yes.
and listening to.
What master do you serve?
What am I supposed to say? Jesus? Which is actually Father Delgado should be saying Jesus, but instead, I love it. He accuses Cloak of being a demon, then he starts working for a demon.
Yep.
Or a demon-looking guy.
I like that they made the white hair on the side of his head into little horns, and then they show him transforming, and he's just a devil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he
It's
grows
great.
really long whiskers out of his cheeks.
Well, then he turns into a
That's it.
totally different looking dude. It's
Yeah.
just like, okay.
That's the demon.
yeah.
Yeah. Or like
He
that.
should have just stayed like this. That's freaking awesome. Look at that.
That's a cool
You
look.
know how hard it is to keep this look.
Yeah.
So annoying.
Anyway, so Delgado's in league with this Yeti thing.
With a horrible,
Anyway,
evil creature.
A doctor visits. They can't get the fever down. They don't know what's wrong.
Yeah.
And finally, the priest goes in and is like, "I know what's wrong. You just have to release your light."
Right, because
Yeah.
Cloak normally would absorb the light, the excess light that would keep her from dying.
But she's
But he's dead.
freaking out, and she's like, "No, Cloak's alive somewhere. I can feel it. I know he's alive. I have to save all my light for when he comes back."
I'm saving myself for him
For Cloak.
to come back.
By the way, how many pages was it for blind lessons? Was it 8?
7.
7.
7?
Yeah.
I feel like it was 8, but okay.
I counted 7.
A lot.
Okay. Too many.
It was too many. It was about 6
many.
too many.
50% of the book.
Yeah.
More pages than Dagger is in other in the book.
Right. There's more of her learning to be blind than of her doing anything else.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
She's
zero.
not learning to be blind.
No,
Well, learning how to
learning how to
have
have
function as a blind
And
person.
there
Learn
are
to be blind. What?
What?
Learn to be a good blind
step
person.
1.
Step 1, Oedipus yourself.
0 pages that depict what happens on the cover.
Nope.
Oh, yeah. No.
Oh, no,
Zero
we're
pages.
getting there.
You don't
We're
even
getting there.
come close.
Because
It goes
Ecstasy's
at about 10,000 feet.
coming to New York. She's coming to
She's coming.
take the ecstasy drug business.
She's
Yeah.
coming.
Yeah.
She's in the book. And these pages are creepy.
You mean
I like them. I think they're great. 'cause she's-
how a priest comes in and he has a different light?
That's
and
her
then he
uncle.
says,
Well, yeah, he comes in, but like it's super dark, and they're like, hey. And she's on the couch. She's like, oh no, I'm saving myself for Cloak.
Well, and she doesn't
I
have the
don't know, I think
covers
it's
on
cool.
touching her face.
because
Yeah,
she's got a
well, 'cause
fever.
she's got the fever.
She's also wearing her costume
She's in her
now.
sexy costume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm gonna be a hero again. Here we go.
Yeah.
It's really sad. But I think it depicts an actual, like, sincere moment in the book.
At
One of the
least
few.
does.
she
it's
didn't
true.
have it on backwards.
Yeah,
Well, that way she can go to the bathroom in this.
she can feel the front. She's like, wait, no, here we go. Otherwise, I got back cleavage. No one wants that, unless you're slow dancing. So then we switch over to Ecstasy again. She's in a plane coming to America.
She's coming to America.
And now the French guy who ratted on her,
Yeah.
her
Chauffeur or her
or whatever.
valet, maybe?
Her
unclear.
manservant.
Yeah, her
manservant.
manservant. That is
Yeah.
perfect. Her manservant Gaston is gonna get her some coffee, but also has a gun.
Yeah. With 2 sugars. I don't
Thanks,
know.
Bond.
I'm sorry.
And he's just waiting to give her some coffee and holding the gun behind her. He's like, yeah, no, I can totally get her. I'm just going to shoot her in the back of the head. Everything's going to be fine.
Yeah.
I'm just going to stand here some more, and I'm going to slowly
Wait
bring the
for
gun
my
out.
moment.
I'm going to wait for my moment.
And then
and
I'm
when
gonna
I do, I'm still holding the coffee, and I'm standing right behind her and talking to her.
Why is he holding
And-
the coffee?
Well, he's going to get her coffee. He's still
the
a
whole
manservant.
Yeah, I guess in case like something goes wrong with the gun, he'll just throw scalding
coffee in her
coffee
face.
on
Or
her.
else you just serve her coffee.
Yeah. Afterwards.
Well, since Kingpin didn't tell him to assassinate her on the plane,
Right.
Kingpin is planning for her to land.
Yeah.
And for the guy
Yeah.
to kill her.
The disciplinarian.
The disciplinarian, thank you. So, like, he's like, yeah, I'll kill her.
I'll show some initiative.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That'll get me.
This'll be perfect.
A higher position in
Yeah.
Kingpin's army.
And then he makes the rookie move and he says goodbye.
He does the thing.
Goodbye, Madame Deladier.
Because how could she? She's helpless. She's just sitting there in front of him. She can't do it. Even though she could turn around and he'll just still kill her.
Yeah, but you do see the cloak.
But then the cloak
Comes out.
grabs him.
And I guess you're right, it's in a briefcase?
Yes.
It is in a
It's over
briefcase.
there.
Damn
And
it!
she's controlling
All right.
it?
Yeah.
Or it's protecting her. It's unclear.
Well, she does feed it all the time now.
Yeah, she does.
That's true.
Yeah,
So it's like,
but it
I
became
like you.
sentient?
But there should be a demon in
Maybe.
there.
Yeah, the
So-
demon grabs him or whatever.
So the cloak wraps around Gerald
Yeah.
and, skeletonizes him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It absorbs so much light energy
turns
that
him into a
it eats his
skeleton.
flesh too.
Yeah.
And all the organs.
He becomes a spooky skeleton.
Yeah.
It was like, you know, like you have like a buffalo wing. It's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just you eat the bones.
Or,
Just bones.
Yep.
or you're a giant ball of critters in Critters 2.
Yes.
And you roll over people, and you're bones.
And you become the dopest scene in that movie.
Become bones.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
It converts people into bones.
while we were watching Ecstasy
Totally
dispatch
owning
her
this-
manservant,
Yeah.
the uncle is lying to Cloak and bringing her up to
Dagger.
the...
Dagger.
or, I'm sorry, Dagger. He's telling Dagger's like, we gotta get you to the roof so that you can release your light.
Because Cloak's coming.
And you're gonna release it
and-
into Cloak.
Yeah.
And
he's
when,
back.
when he
See
gets her
Cloak,
up
I
onto the
see him.
roof, she's like, no, I won't. I can't do it. I have to save it for Cloak. And he lies. And he's like, Cloak's here. He's right in front of you. Release your light. And she does. She goes, ah, and a big flash of light happens.
Yeah.
And Ecstasy apparently sees it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That beacon of light. She wants me to find her.
Yeah.
Oh,
And kill her.
it's gonna be her undoing.
That is the most interaction that Ecstasy and Dagger have in this book.
It's entirely one direction.
One's on
and
a
they
plane,
never see each
one's on a building far away.
other. Yeah.
So then the
Then what
Kingpin
happens?
hears about the mistake that,
Gaston or whatever
that
made.
what's his name made.
The manservant, the skeleton
Gerald.
servant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, well, disciplinarian, I want her taken care of right away. Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, disciplinarian's just gotten done having sex with some woman. And they make a joke about how she felt like it lasted all night.
Yeah, because he
slowed
froze
down
her or
time.
slowed down time.
Yeah.
It's like slow Mobius.
It was only a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
He's
If
like,
that.
He needs those.
I need it. You'll understand.
Yeah.
It's real fast otherwise.
Yeah, he should be called Hair Trigger.
So,
I'm sorry.
Dagger is now feeling better.
Yeah, well, because she, just had an orgasm or shot light or whatever.
Yeah. So now her fever's gone, and she's
Yeah.
like, oh. He's like, and the uncle's like, I'm sorry I had to lie to you. She's like, it's all right, I'm feeling better, but I know that Cloak is alive, and when he comes back, like, he'll be okay. But I had the weirdest feeling, like someone walked over my grave, and then guns are pointed in their face, and someone yells freeze, and the book is over.
Oh no!
So when does Dagger get her eyesight back?
Pretty
Yeah,
soon.
right?
And when does
Wow.
Cloak come back? And when does she fight Ecstasy? And what happened
In
in,
the next
this?
ise, I'm sure.
It doesn't matter. The point
That was
is
Cloak and Dagger.
Cloak and Dagger number 6.
Woof.
Yeah,
She is barely a teen.
I know.
Yeah, what is
but
she?
no,
How
but
old
yeah,
is she?
but she's a teenager. Probably like 16, 17.
Okay.
At least that's how old she wants to. They want her to be.
That's how old they say she is, not how old they draw her.
Oh no! No!
They
Okay.
draw her
But-
like she's 23,
But the original-
24.
Yeah, but
I
the
would
original
say-
teen superheroes, Cloak and Dagger. So there you go. So
Yeah, they are.
that's the depiction of that teenager.
Yeah.
Next depiction
Yeah,
of this
teenager. By the way, Cloak and Dagger.
Cloak's not in the book.
He's dead. He's dead.
There is a cloak.
Yeah,
kind
That's
of.
the cloak.
We got
It's
you.
not the guy, it's the cloak
Yeah,
itself.
that's actually, they're talking about clothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And not so much.
So the next teen we're going to cover is Superboy, aka Connor Kent, a big fan favorite character. This is right on.
Are we doing the thing where the next person gets to pick?
Oh.
Shouldn't Ben
No,
get to
let's
decide?
just let Sal do it.
This is the 22nd issue of a Superboy comic that is also a tie-in with Underworld Unleashed, a magic-based event that was happening at DC at the time. This is written by Carl Kessel with art by Tom Grummett. Tom Grummett was a long-time artist for Superboy, and I think Robin as well. It's Superboy striking out on his own. Superman's back. He's got the mullet. He's got Metropolis. Steel is dropping the Superman angle and just being himself. And Cyborg Superman is like dead or whatever. And so there's a dearth of Superman again. And Superboy has moved from Metropolis to Hawaii. Because why wouldn't you? If you have the gift of flight, why wouldn't you move sticks to Florida or to Hawaii?
Yeah.
So this is right after Superboy has had an adventure with the Legion of Superheroes. And we know this because the opening is Superboy talking about how he had an adventure with the Legion of Superheroes, and they gave him a flight ring, which is hilarious because he already has the gift of flight. But he wears it regardless because I guess it gets him double flight.
They forgot to get him a gift.
Yeah, and they were like, how about this Cracker Jack box Legionnaire ring? The
ring does nothing! I got it in a Cracker Jack box!
So Superboy tries to go home from his adventure in time, and he is sucker punched by Knockout, a new character who was introduced earlier in the Superboy series. You think, oh no, Knockout's like this new villain, and they're going to have this big fight, even though the implication is that Killer Frost is the villain.
Yeah.
But then, the story's called Fire and Ice. And, so Killer Frost is the ice part, and Knockout and her Irish, sexy red hair is the fire?
Yes.
I guess her fiery Irishdom?
Her personality.
Her horrific accent, which is written phonetically in the book. She also refers to Superboy as Pup the entire time, which is maddening. She has this fight with Superboy where you're like, oh no, is there a fight? And it's like, no, she felt alive and she wanted to like show Superboy that she's like...
fire is her attraction to him.
Yeah, I guess.
That's right, her passion for
The
Superboy.
friction between them.
But they have this fight and Superboy...
How old is she?
She, I think, is also a teen.
Okay, because she calls him Pup.
Right, so he's younger than her,
I would
definitely.
think.
Absolutely.
She's more worldly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
She's European.
So, like...
See, that's another theme going on.
Right, I see.
You'll see more Europeans in
yeah.
the next book, too. So really, if you didn't like the teen angle, you can go with the European angle.
Sure.
So
Right.
Superboy and Knockout have a a little fight where she's like, like it was good to have a little tussle,
we're
and we're
playing.
having a good time, and maybe we can... So...
I like how he went to Ethan for that, not you.
He engaged me in the conversation. So, meanwhile, a plane full of people is completely knocked out of the sky, or rather falls out of the sky via ice powers.
And crashes.
Through. Killer Frost emerges, and
I assume she kills everyone on the plane.
Right, before she crashes it?
I don't think she does it intentionally. I think it just
happens.
Everyone dies.
Okay, so Killer Frost
as a result of her action. She
Yes.
kills them.
Killer
How
Frost.
did she get on the plane?
She was on the plane originally.
Well, she went to the airport.
Yeah, she went through
and,
security and everything.
She has a
She didn't have any
costume!
metal things on her, so she was fine.
Yeah.
Doesn't
She's
matter.
clearly a supervillain.
Right. But we introduced Killer Frost, and so she has ice powers, and she also is desperate for warmth.
Yeah.
So she absorbs the warmth from people, the way that Dagger, expels light energy. No, there's no correlation.
No.
Well, it's more like
I was gonna say,
Cloak
Cloak
absorbing
absorbs light,
Yeah.
and she absorbs heat.
Yeah, he's always hungry, she's always cold.
Yes,
There you
and
go.
thirsty for heat.
Yeah.
Anyway, so she is a problem that Superboy is obviously going to have to fight.
Right.
And so her issue is she's not deliberately and like maliciously killing people. It's more that she is so desperate for heat.
It's like you're hungry, but you only eat people.
Right,
and
well,
you're
she
also,
does
like-
refer to people as
Right,
a warm
or you're
meal.
hungry
Yes.
and then you like punch a baby because they have candy.
Right.
Right.
You're really hungry and
Yeah.
that baby didn't care.
I'm hungry, though.
Right.
Like,
I
you have
need it
par-
more than
You're
you.
driven
Yeah.
insane
And
by
you have
your
parents
hunger.
that'll take care of you.
Yeah.
I need to eat now.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
push.
She's
So-
not like a human, right? Like
She's a human.
Oh, she
It's
is.
just that her
okay.
powers have transformed her into this like ice person. So
To an ice queen, if you will.
if you will. So we then check in with the Superboy supporting cast. This includes his agent, his daughter Roxy, and the former like alien head of Cadmus named Double X, an alien psychic or telepath.
Cool.
I do. Okay, here's the thing.
Superboy's agent, you said?
Yeah, when Superboy came on the scene, he needed like he wanted to make money and stuff, and so this guy like gobbled him up and got him under contract and like licensed him out and stuff.
Oh, good.
And really lured him in by using his daughter as bait because she's so sexy, you see.
Yeah.
And that was kind of like, and Superboy had no shortage of female interest, like love interest.
no, he's like Archie.
He is like Archie.
He's got 3 in this book.
He's got Tana Moon, who is the reporter for WGBS. He's got
That's his Lois.
That's his Lois Lane. We've got Knockout, who is his Maxima. That's alien that also wanted to bang Superman. We've got the Roxy, his manager's daughter, who I guess is like the Lana Lang.
Yeah.
And those are the three characters. And I guess if
And don't forget Double X.
Double X, the human callus, who's not a human at all, actually.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Superboy is like introducing Roxy to the team, and I guess like
Knockout.
I'm sorry. So Superboy is introducing Knockout to the team. I guess like maybe like Knockout will get like into this contract too. I don't know what the actual like what the whole.
But she just moved here.
Yeah,
she's
but
just
it's like
she's just
she
crashing.
I'm here now.
Right.
Oh, I didn't invite you,
but I'm here. And
Well, I'm
you're
here
gonna have to
now.
deal with me.
And he's like, and you're okay to look at, so...
Yeah.
yeah.
You're a
Oh yeah.
knockout.
No
I
problem.
think you might.
Bingo.
I think you might have sex with me. So
So I'm in.
Yeah.
I
don't know. I'm
sorry.
I'm getting
might?
some hints, some little subtle hints off of you.
Yeah. So then it starts snowing, indicating the Killer Frost is nearby, and her powers
But
are
it's
amplified.
Hawaii.
What?
So they go to investigate, and Knockout's like, I gotta come with you. And Superboy's like, yeah. And he's like, well, I just actually coincidentally have this Legionnaire flight ring, so you can use this and fly with me. And she's like, I'd rather ride you.
She says, "Give
Give a girl a ride. And Superboy's like, I don't get sexual innuendos, but I'm totally down. And so he flies away.
It's even more than that. She says,
I want to work with you a lot closer than you think.
than that. Give a girl a ride.
And he goes, sure thing. Hey, Roxy, take my Legionnaire flight ring and hold on to it for me. But don't worry. We're not going steady or anything. And she's like, yeah. Boo. And so then, Tana Moon is reporting on the attack of Killer Frost on the city, and the cops are trying to stop her, but they're completely ineffectual to do so. Superboy shows up, and there's a cool fight. And the fight is basically just like, you can't touch her because she's too cold.
Right.
She'll give you freezer burn.
Guess what? She freezes his leather jacket into pieces.
Yeah.
I know. She freezes it, and then it shatters, and it's awesome.
Well, he's got like 12 more in the closet, so
Yes.
that's cool.
Well, his agent hooks him up with those.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
branding deal.
You gotta wear the jacket!
Yeah, and it's cool. It's actually a great jacket. It's like it's a leather jacket with the Superman yellow S that used to be on the back of his cape, but it's stitched onto the back. So it's like an album cover jacket, but ruined because it's a leather jacket.
Yeah.
So
you also can't hit her with anything.
no,
because
because it shatters. So what are we gonna do? So meanwhile, Knockout's like, yeah, but I'm gonna get in on this first. And so she picks up a liquid oxygen tanker and then smashes her with it.
Yeah. Well, he blows up. This is him blowing up the.
He goes underground and he blows up like a gas main or something, which ignites some fire.
He uses his
Tactile
telekinesis to, like, I guess, vibrate it until it blows up. Or
Well, I thought he just dug into the ground with his. Oh yeah, no, he does. He uses his
Yeah, he
tactile
just goes
telekinesis. And
Because it already been shattered by Knockout.
yes,
Yeah, it was already Yeah, she just went smash. And,
and then he's like, aha! So he digs through it and explodes, and so that creates the fire. She hits him. Knockout hits Killer Frost with the liquid oxygen tanker, which also takes both of them up.
Yeah.
And so Superboy is worried. He leaps into the fire, and she's fine. Knockout is, and then she pulls him in for a big lip-locking session.
And her hair grew like 2 times.
Yes.
Her hair grew 3 sizes that
day. It's true.
And
it does.
she's
Well, the more
fire she absorbs.
I was gonna say the hornier she gets.
I'm not going to help you, Ben.
I was like, there's gotta be a better word for that.
The more
Nope.
turned on she is.
Nope, hornier.
Yeah.
So, like every red flag, which is what her name should be, immediately after they make out, she goes on a rambling, incoherent nightmare speech about living life and teaching him about immortality or something, and he is like, whatever.
Okay.
And Killer Frost is gone and out of the book.
Yeah. By the way,
So that's how you solve your problem.
but you didn't even
Set them on
mention the
fire.
reason she was on Hawaii is because her goal was to get to a volcano.
Oh, Killer Frost?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
She was
that's
heading towards
right.
the volcano, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I'm just like, I guess.
I mean, like, why not let her do that?
It's like
Yeah.
she's just drawn to the biggest heat source.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But I mean, if there's an active volcano there, maybe just pick up the ground underneath her, drop her in the volcano,
Yeah.
solves her problems at
Except
once.
they're not trying to kill her. Knockout is,
That's
and
what I'm
seemingly
saying.
succeeds.
Like, maybe just let her go to the volcano.
That's
and,
what
like,
I agree with you. It's just that the volcano plays such a little role, I didn't even bother
when
to mention it.
Superboy says, like, that gives me an idea. I thought that's what he was
I
going
thought
to
he
do.
was gonna pick her up and be like, whoop.
I'll take
I
her to the
thought-
volcano.
I thought it was
And
gonna
I
dig
won't touch her. I'll pick up the
Right.
ground
Right, like
underneath
a
her.
Captain Planet episode. Or
Right.
something.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to dig into the ground and, like, tap into the magma beneath it.
Oh.
But neither of those things
No, he
happen.
just blows her up
Instead,
with
he just
gas.
sets her on fire and
Yeah.
she dies.
And
she doesn't really
ruins
die,
a city utility, by the way.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
he causes, like, extensive damage to the city.
Oh, yeah, and it's like an island, so, like, they're going to need, like, resources,
Yeah.
and it's just...
Oh, we need that natural gas. That's how we, like, power our homes and stuff.
No.
Don't worry, I stopped Killer Frost from dying in a volcano. So, Knockout bails.
Thanks.
And Tana Moon reports on the chaos and then freezes out Superboy because she's jealous of Knockout
Right.
and Superboy lip-locking on
She saw
national
the
television.
kiss, yeah.
And he's like, come on, you're the only lady for me. And then he makes out with her.
Yep.
And then she's like, I've got plans for this. And you're like, okay, who cares?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Knockout's back at her quarters and she's visited by a magical being who is
Neron?
Neron. who-
Is that his name?
I believe it is
Neron.
Neron.
Neuron.
Neuron.
Nika.
Neron. Yeah.
Yeah.
But Neron is the, like, central antagonist of the Underworld Unleashed.
Right.
Yeah, he also designed Killer Frost too.
Yeah,
right?
he
Like,
did.
It's all like
It's all
tied together,
connected.
but not
Yeah.
really.
And it clearly Knockout owes Neron a favor.
Mm-hmm.
And he promises that she will have to collect. And he's like, no, I've got Superboy now. I don't need you. And he's like, okay, well, I'm leaving. And then he leaves. and that's it. And then,
Nothing comes
and then
from that.
Roxy goes to the Honolulu State Police policeman's exam because Roxy's going to make something of herself. She's no longer arm and eye candy for the Superboy brand deal. She's
Right.
going to become something. And she kept the Legionnaire flight ring because it meant absolutely dick all to Superboy. So
Well-
she flew to get there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's how she was able to make her appointment.
Exactly.
Yeah.
By the way, there needs to be another contest within this show. Not only just the good, the bad, and the ugly, but who had the best ads. Because
Oh.
I got a contender for best ads, and it's Superboy.
All right.
That was. I was going to say, how many puns were in that book?
Oh, it's too many to count. There's
It's
sexual
rife
double
with
entendres.
them.
There's puns. There's it's. And by the way, the teens plentiful. You got
Yeah.
Superboy.
Oh, yeah. Lots of teams.
I guess.
You got Knockout. Technically, Roxy. I
Maybe.
guess not really. She's able to become a policeman, so I guess she's a
And like,
teen.
Tana Moon can't be a teen.
No way.
No. Are these people actually teens?
I think just Superboy.
Any
is.
of them teens.
Superboy is.
Okay. So it's all, like, hot older women going after
Yep.
this 16-year-old or whatever.
They're all
Superboy,
cougars. Yeah.
Superboy and maybe Roxy.
Tiffany's gonna do Generation X because there's no way you're not doing an X book.
I knew this was coming to me. I knew it.
The original teen team, by the way, Gen 13 wanted to call themselves Gen X, but Marvel's working on this, and they were like, "Oh no, you don't."
To be fair, with the character we start with, we absolutely have to start with me.
Yes.
Because we start off Generation X, which is created by Scott Lobdell and Chris Bachalo.
Oh.
Hey.
Who would eventually become a great artist.
Yeah, oh hey, there are shades of it in here.
There are. There's
It's
cool moments where you're like,
yeah.
"Whoa, look at what Bachalo really wants to do,"
Yeah.
and they
Getting
clearly
there.
won't let him do.
Getting there. We start off, it's dawn, and we see Paige Guthrie running through the woods. Not like running for her life, she's just jogging.
Yeah. By the
because,
way,
like,
Cannonball's sister.
oh. She desperately, she's like Clarice Starling. She wants to be top of her class, she wants to lead X-Force or
Generation X.
Generation X or X-Men or anything.
Any X-related
She wants
team.
to lead something, and she's like, this is how I start with it. I get up, I need to be, someone they can look up to. I'm Husk, so,
I'm sorry, who?
Husk.
Well, how does your power work?
Well, you see, we'll find that out, because when she
Kind
gets
of.
back from her jog, which she does 5 miles in 35 minutes, and she's thinking to herself, that's awesome, I'm really great at running. I mean, that's pretty good. That's
Yes.
like 7
Yeah.
miles, or 7, yeah. 7
It's 7 minute
minutes.
mile, which is
Right, so she does a really
For
nice
multiple
job.
miles.
And when she gets back, Jubilee's there, sitting outside, drinking a bunch of RC Cola in her slippers and her pajamas, and also her
Her
trademark jacket, because otherwise you're not.
How would you know?
You would
It's
not know
Jubilee.
who it was.
Well, she doesn't have giant pink glasses on the top of her.
Right?
Right.
And Jubilee is annoyed because Paige has been getting up in the morning and like playing her Cindy Crawford workout tape at like 5 a.m. and it's waking everybody up, and she's just like, I've had enough of that. But that's
When I was with the X-Men, I never put up with that.
because right, they kind of and she does mention the X-Men.
And they mention her mentioning it.
Yeah. They're like, Jubilee, you're not with the X-Men.
You've been demoted.
We get it.
Yeah. All right.
You're not anymore.
You sucked. Now you're here. So, they got to get to like a training thing with Banshee. So, instead of Paige going upstairs and taking a shower, she just rips her skin off. So she's ready for the
As you
day.
do.
Because she's Husk, because that's her power.
Yep.
And presumably, based on the
I
amount
want a
that
shower. I'll just.
look at all that. She could totally make a backpack out of that. That was my
Her own flesh.
That was my. I was like, could she make a bindle or something?
Wow, so you got 2 Sons of the Lambs references.
Yeah, this is like Buffalo Bill's best friend right there. Anyway,
They should just call her Buffalo.
I can't believe you.
That'd be cool. Buffalo
That'd
Barb.
be terrible.
Yeah, I guess that'd be horrible.
nah, it's fine.
It's better than us.
What's her favorite song?
You know, Goodbye Horses.
So while they're chatting,
Monet,
Monet St. Croix shows up, or M.
the most intolerable character.
She's got all kinds of powers, and she's very elitist, and she tries to be very much by the numbers because like she's trying to brown nose at all points.
Yes.
Like she's always brown nosing, and you're just like,
Could you stop
could you
Yeah.
get like
for like 5
I
seconds?
can't. It's part of my superpower.
like she's standing here and like
was the
she
worst.
she has a face you want to punch.
Oh, yeah.
Just
Oh, even her hand gestures. She's like,
just
I'm thinking you're lame.
right. So they're M and Jubilee and Husk are gonna go for a training session with Banshee, but first M's like, "Oh, Banshee, a bunch of my stuff's gonna come. Would you mind getting it for me? Could you?" And he's like, "Of course."
Yeah, I'm sure like a trunk or 2.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
like 3 trucks roll up, like moving vans, like. So ha ba da 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 da.
Yep. I was about to do that, so thank you. That was
We
we're on the same
Wavelength.
right?
here.
Yeah. So we cut over to an airplane with like there's a flight going on that does not have Killer Frost on it, so they're gonna be okay.
Different planes.
Or ecstasy.
Right.
Right.
So
Oh yeah, planes. Another
Planes.
through line
All
on
right.
these, yeah.
and we find Jonathan
Jonathan.
Starsmore, who's received his letter from Xavier to come to the mansion.
Who says, you've got powers, but they're not good enough to be an X-Man.
You got powers, yes you do. You got powers.
How about,
So we get the idea that something's up with his face because he's like
It's
covered,
covered,
here,
but
and like
there's a little gap.
magic
right,
shooting out
and
of
there's
it?
this girl on the plane who's like knows way too is way too intelligent to be on this
Yeah.
plane.
No, it's because he telepathically tells her exactly what his powers
okay.
are.
Well, because then they go
I did
bother
not
to
get
tell her
that.
to finish her calculus,
Nor
so I
did
wasn't
I.
sure if they were trying to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like she's really smart.
She
She's
is
doing
smart,
calculus.
but she does know specifically what it
Okay.
is because he tells her.
Okay, because he says
He's
we
sick of
see
her
that
looking
happening?
at him. No.
He has
Oh.
telekinetic powers?
on top
Telepathic.
of on top of the other stuff
Sorry,
that he has.
telepathic.
On top of whatever the
Well,
fuck
that's
else
how he can
does.
communicate.
Oh, I guess that makes sense.
He has no mouth.
Oh, yeah.
So he says, or
I
she says that
gotcha.
he's got some kind of bionuclear psionic biokinetic field inside him. And his
Yeah.
mom, and
You don't need 2 bios. That's too many bios.
it's organic, okay?
He's human. That's bio. We got it.
He's
Yeah.
certified organic.
Yeah.
That means he's like those 25% more expensive
Right.
than the other mutants.
So we don't have time to discuss him because now we got to meet some more of the team.
Yes.
So
this
someplace
great
else,
team.
right? Yeah,
Great
Elsewhere.
powers to these.
yeah.
Does the rest of these great characters have?
Basically, like Banshee and Emma Frost redid the Danger Room so that it's like this like jungle grotto organic. Danger room kind of thing, where it's just like by day we'll be fighting things and working in combat scenarios, and by night Banshee's gonna try to get laid,
Oh, big time.
Hey, by night, we're going to have Hugh Hefner over, maybe a couple of the bunnies.
Yeah.
right? And we're gonna kick Chuck the heck out of the mansion because
Oh, we're in a different mansion.
oh, that's right.
We're in Boston, I think.
So then why does I guess they just send it on his letterhead?
Yeah. Oh no, it's well because Xavier
It's like an
he
adjunct school or
franchised.
whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that's kind of like oh, I'm going to
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know anything about the X-Men, right? The X-Mansion is in Boston? Like, kind of.
and next
But this
mansion
says
is-
from Charles Xavier. Well, he does lead the school.
Yeah.
Listen, he does sign the letters.
right.
Yeah.
And, well, we have a stamp.
Well, yeah, he doesn't technically.
Yeah.
Well, at least at least
It's our Boston campus.
right.
Where
It's the same. It's all one system.
So we also meet Skin.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, not to be confused with Husk.
Husk. No,
Two skin-based
don't
mutants on the
no,
same
no.
team.
'Cause
Too many.
Skin has
Well-
too much skin, and Husk can just renew her skin.
Yeah.
See, teenagers
gotta
have
get
to
these
deal
two
with a
together.
lot of skin.
Yeah.
Well, they always had skin problems.
Nothing.
Yeah. These two have skin problems of their own.
Yeah,
Oh.
and like Sink and Skin are
What a dynamic duo.
just Sink or Skin here, guys. Are fighting, and of course Sink can take on the power of Skin, so then they're just like entangled in one another, and it's a
Yeah.
hot mess.
It's just a slap fight.
And by the way,
Right.
like I couldn't really get the impression. Like I got the impression they were kind of like joking around,
Right?
but
Yeah.
then it seemed like it was getting really personal and
Yeah.
really desperate.
Well, I think it started off like ha ha ha, and then
And you're like, oh my
Well,
god.
it's like Skin was like, "Leave me alone. I don't want to like be near you."
Yeah.
He's like, "Come on, man. Let's just
tussle.
Let's just tussle. We're just wrestling."
right?
Yeah, and he's like, okay, no.
And then Skin's like, I slept with your mother, and that's it all went down. there from there.
Exactly.
Whoa, too far, Skin.
It's on. So while this fight's going on, the girls are being brought in, and Husk thought it was going to be the regular danger room,
Yeah.
which she had studied for.
Yep.
How do you study for the danger room?
Well, she
You
found
look
the
up
way.
all the information.
Yeah,
that's
she
on the
studied
non-existent
schematics and
internet.
If you're a
layouts
mutant and you've been introduced to the
Yeah.
expansion,
She probably asked ahead of time. "Oh,
Yeah.
can I get the schematics for the danger room?" And they're like,
Right.
"Yeah, sure, whatever."
why not? Who
Well,
gives a shit?
Nerd. So when the two guys break through the window, Banshee's really upset, and he's just like, "Who would like let you two in there together?" And Emma Frost shows up. That would be me. And they're like, "I thought we were gonna teach them how to use their powers individually." And she's like, "Nah, because I'm Emma Frost."
Yeah, you
Yeah.
thought wrong because I'm in Frost. I do what I want.
Well, no, now you thought right.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't like that.
They'll never learn if
we don't
or that's too
challenge
slow.
them, yeah.
Right.
She takes shortcuts. I don't
And
know.
meanwhile,
No,
She just wants to let them
Yeah.
do their thing.
Yeah.
so Jubilee thinks she sees like some little guy.
She thinks she sees Mr. Tumnus.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Oh, don't worry, that's gonna come back."
It's like, by the way, the book's already kind of weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we introduce dwarves, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, come on.
What
It's
the
just
fuck
this
is
little
happening?
Guy, this little guy. But then we go from there to a creepy black car parked outside of Logan International Airport, parked by a sign that nobody would ever put there.
Yep.
Yep.
And there's like a creepy guy being driven by a
creepier guy.
A creepier guy, exactly. And they're waiting for something.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're waiting for the guy in the plane. Okay,
Yeah,
everybody.
yeah.
Spoilers.
Yeah. Well, remember the plane from before?
Exactly, but that's
Bring
okay
it back.
because Banshee and Jubilee and Sink are gonna go meet this person. They're like the little
Welcoming team.
yeah, they're
yeah.
like, hey,
The Welcome Brigade.
Come
They're holding up
on.
a sign.
yeah, it's
Weirdo.
Chamber.
fine. And M's not gonna go because like she's better than all of that. And
I love that she's better than all that, but she still showed she was coincidentally exactly where they were all gathered.
Yep.
She is such a teenager where she's like,
Yep.
I didn't even care, but I did manage to be in the most like specific place you were, and I'm in a tree, so you have to notice me.
Yeah,
Yeah, she was
exactly.
in a tree. That's right.
So then,
Oh, you guys happened to walk by my tree.
Yeah, that's
She's
what
Oh,
we're
running
no, I
through it.
can't.
that's what
make
we
it.
What are you doing?
agreed.
I
We
just
agreed we were
figured-
gonna meet here.
I just figured I'd be in
Oh.
a tree.
Yeah.
Well, I can't go.
I just want to climb it.
I'm just
What's
so
wrong
busy.
with that?
Knock yourself out. Enjoy your tree.
Yeah.
That's what they
You're
do.
not
They're-
invited.
Good, I didn't want to go in the first place.
Yeah.
So
invited,
M runs
bitch.
into Mr. Tumnus, who turns out to be Gateway, and
Do I know who that is? Has
No.
he been in anything?
No.
Okay.
well,
You don't.
She knows.
No one does.
She knows who he is.
Yeah.
Yep.
And she's just
He has,
like,
like, a
oh
past.
no, he's returned. And then we cut to the airport, and it's just like, oh.
It's like,
I
what?
guess
Is
it's-
he bad?
I guess it's this blurry guy because literally that's what he is.
Yeah, everyone else is drawn with proportion and makes
Well,
sense.
because he's supposed to be like that because like
Yeah.
he's slightly out of a dimensional sync, not
Yeah,
sync,
not
but like
the
dimensional
other- yeah,
sync.
Right.
And he feeds off of mutants.
Yes.
And so like he's looking for one, and he sees like an old man there, and he doesn't want him. He's waiting for the guy on the plane. You know, Mr. Funny Face.
Yeah.
Nobody calls him that. But he gets off the plane, and he can immediately see his aura, and he's just like, okay, it's on.
Look at him.
It looks delicious.
Yeah, and so he immediately attacks Jonathan.
Jonathan.
Jonathan. And he grabs his face, and he's just like,
Or lack thereof.
And immediately he comes into like being. Like,
Yes.
Yeah.
He,
When he uses power,
Yeah.
he like becomes.
Well, I guess to
He's
attack
an
him, he has to be in your plane.
Yeah,
or whatever.
yeah.
If I
Right?
could tell
What-
what the fuck he looked
But
like,
also,
maybe
look
I'd
at
be
him.
interested in
He's
him.
horrifying.
Yeah,
is
well, he
horrifying.
looks like a cross. He looks like if Blackheart got the technovirus.
yes.
Like
Yeah.
that's what he looks
Yeah.
like to me. So,
He's always doing this.
Yeah.
Urgh.
He's skulking.
I'm always
Yeah.
like curled.
It's always
He's
skulking.
a cyberpunk Skeksis.
Yeah. Cyberpunk Skeksis.
So, obviously, Sink, Banshee, and Jubilee jump into the fray. They start
Yeah.
attacking him. He starts, like, absorbing the energy. Nothing's really working. And that is when we find out that our mysterious individual on the plane has a crazy fire mouth because his name's Chamber.
Is it a fire mouth or was it that weird biokinetic nuclear reactor
which
bio
produces
thing?
fire.
But
It looks like fire
It's
mouth.
drawn like a fire mouth, so he's got fire. And by fire mouth, I kind of mean like fire from here to here.
Yeah.
Yeah, fire like front.
Stem to stern, he's
Yeah,
fire.
it's like
Fire gape?
It does it.
He's
like,
a plunging fire neckline.
What does
Yeah.
it do though? Does it like shoot out of him?
It's just-
Is
it's
the
just-
scarf like containing it?
It's a
Yeah.
magic
Can
scarf.
he control it?
Yeah.
Is he the mummy?
He can't control
Does
it
he
because if
go,
he could, he wouldn't have pathos.
No,
He
he
has
just-
a...
he has no mouth.
He's
He
like,
has no
he's like
bottom jaw.
Cyclops,
Yes.
but with his face.
Yeah, and
Yes.
the scarf keeps it all in there.
Yeah.
That's right.
So everyone's kind of like,
By the way,
oh,
there's a moment where Jubilee's like, I'm going to do something. And they're like, don't.
yeah.
Because they figure out that
Yeah,
he absorbs
That he absorbs-
power.
but I love it because
before she
Jubilee
gets a chance.
doesn't even
Yeah.
get to do anything.
Yeah.
Right?
And everyone is sick of her in the book, too.
Yep.
Yeah.
But they even make fun of her power.
Yeah.
One
Yeah.
of them's like, "Oh, you're gonna create fireworks or whatever."
Yeah, it's
Like,
M.
Yeah.
Yep. She's a bitch.
But they're all kind of like, oh, all right. Well then. And that's about the time that Gateway opens a gateway and brings the rest of the team in. So M and Husk and Skin, because what the hell are Husk and Skin going to do?
That was always my question.
Right? And like Emma Frost's back there too, but she's kind of like, do you need me?
Hey,
Do you? Are
do you
we,
want help?
you going to be...
I can help.
So Husk
Not.
jumps into the fray instantaneously because she's going to prove herself.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
M-Plate just turns around and like slices at her because
Yeah.
he's got crazy claw hands. You can't
It's
just
not enough
run
that
at
he
the
feeds
guy.
on your
He's
mutant
got
powers.
knives.
Nope.
You can't hit him with energy.
Yeah.
He sucks mutant powers out of you.
And he can cross dimensions.
He
as
can
well.
cross
Yeah.
dimensions.
And he's got a creepy chauffeur.
Right?
Yeah, he is totally awesome.
But now we go to a callback from the beginning of this book because Husk is hurt real bad. They're going to send her back to wherever, hopefully find a doctor or a hospital or whatever. And Jubilee's like, wait, no, I know how to fix this. I'll just rip her skin off and then she'll be healed underneath. And it totally works.
What? Like, how does that work if someone else uses your powers?
Right?
I want to know how that works, and she retains her clothing.
I
Yeah.
also can't figure
She
out.
rips off her skin and her clothes
I mean,
are like underneath it.
Maybe
Yeah.
her clothes are made of her skin? Maybe she just, like, rips off her skin and,
Nope.
like, there's clothing there.
No.
I don't think so.
It's unclear before too when she rips off her
Yes.
skin from the sweat. So you just ripped off your face skin.
Right, but like you
The
sweat
rest of-
elsewhere on your body.
Like,
No, she ripped off all her skin.
Yeah, she
And
ripped it
did
all
you pull
off.
it out from like under your clothes? Like you like
Right? Like she
pulled
gave
your
herself an
skin.
atomic wedgie?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's a great trick.
yeah.
But
It
so-
doesn't make any goddamn sense.
So
And
the-
like,
Then they all just
is
kind
she alive underneath
Yes.
Yes!
this dead skin, and she just needed someone to set her free? It's what the hell is? How does this
It's like,
power
it's like
work?
molting.
Yeah.
The skin was damaged.
Right.
Right?
But not the
like
organs
her
were in
organs,
it?
she was bleeding.
No.
Ripping off your skin doesn't help.
It just keeps the...
So then they pose for a
Shut
picture
up.
nobody takes.
Yeah, they all pose and like everybody's taunting him and like M's like, don't do that. He could like kill us all basically. And he's like, they have like a little moment where it's just kind of like these two know each other,
Yeah.
and you're gonna find out more about that later on.
Yeah.
If you care.
You mean
Yeah.
M and M plate?
Yeah, and then
and
then,
M implies that they can't do anything to stop him.
yeah,
Yeah.
but that they need to like stop him from phasing out, and she tries to do so, and then Emma Frost uses her mind powers to stop M from doing anything.
Yeah.
And then M gets really upset about that.
Even though she just implied that if they tried to fight him, he would just kill them all. The
Exactly.
only reason they weren't dead is because he didn't feel like killing them.
Right.
But she was going to stop him.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, what?
Well, that's in keeping with her character.
Yeah. So then the cops show up, but like they can't see them because Emma Frost is making them blind to where they are, and like Jubilee finally does her introduction to Jonathan, and she's just like, "Hey, welcome to Generation X, because now you're part of the team."
Yeah.
Because if you're not, oh my god, I shoot fireworks.
Wait, are you not part of the team? Are you just a guy? Who's Jonathan? Jonathan? Whatever.
Yeah, I'm
it
just
was.
here for a business meeting. I just,
Yeah. Oh, with all that?
yeah.
Hey, look, not all mutants want to be on your shitty team.
Some of us just want to trade stocks.
Fair enough. You hire him?
Then Emplate goes back to his creepy like lighthouse.
Yeah.
Where his creepy chauffeur lets him into a room where he's supposed to be storing his like food source,
Yes.
but she's escaped. Oh no!
I love it because he's like,
He is such a fucking.
they're like,
annoying-
why didn't you didn't eat? You're so hungry. Oh, I didn't even need it. I didn't even
Yeah.
need that food. Look, now where's my lunch?
Yeah,
Oh.
Your lunch ran away.
I guess I should have killed those people when I could instead
Yeah.
of leaving for no reason.
exactly.
I
Isn't it-
lied, I'm ravenous.
Wasn't it great when he was in the airport and he's like, I could kill everyone here, but But I won't.
But I won't.
Yeah.
Not today.
Yeah.
Maybe one day.
I could kill all these mutants, but I think I'll just leave
But you know what?
instead.
Emperor Palpatine, Jesus.
I got leftovers at home. I don't
Emperor
know. waste them.
Palpatine.
I don't even need... If you guys want to punch me and hit me and stuff, I'll just leave. I'll go eat someone at home.
Emperor Palpatine can at least back up what he says.
Yeah.
Emplate does dick all and
Right?
then leaves.
And then is Zendaya starving to death?
Yep.
As his quarry.
I would love it
fled
if
while
we
he was
never
gone.
saw him again.
Right?
And then he died.
It just quietly died in.
They were like,
Yeah,
whoa, oh, you
yeah.
liked Emplate? No, I mean, I just was wondering why it was such a big deal. He wasn't. The end.
No. Oh, okay. So then, like, some more conversations happen, and then Banshee hears from Jonathan that someone's out on the lawn, so
Yeah.
he goes out there, and Gateway's there, and Gateway says one thing he never speaks. He says penance.
What is penance? What do you mean? He's paying the penance
No,
for...
penance is a person.
Oh, the food source.
Yeah,
Emplate.
it's this girl, Penance, who has claws like Lady Deathstrike.
Oh,
And she's just laying on the lawn, and more on the mystery of penance.
next
Jubilee
issue.
confronts Gateway. M investigates Emplate, and Skin and Husk play Scrabble. Because that's what they're good for.
Yes.
Yep.
Right. So,
What the fuck?
There you
Generation
go.
X.
Now, for me, this is the most teenage book.
big time.
Of the
Yeah.
three?
So,
Yeah.
comparing the good, the bad, and the ugly, before we get to the which one's the good, the bad, and the ugly,
Ooh.
best teen book by far, by a
Yeah.
country mile, Gen X.
Not even a challenge on
No.
that.
Yeah.
Superboy is
A little bit.
a silly teenager, but
Yeah.
no one else is, and he doesn't do anything that's like... The only thing he does is willingly accept advances from attractive women, which
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
totally in keeping with, like, anyone,
Yeah.
and also, I guess, a teenager, too. But this, they perfectly encapsulate teenagers, good and bad.
Yep.
The overachievers, the underachievers, the people who think they who have way too much self-esteem.
Yep.
The people who have no self-esteem, people who use like self-important giant words they don't understand, like big time.
Even the adults that are in charge of teenagers.
Yeah.
who are
Yes.
going, oh my god.
Yeah, they're like, ah.
They're in like college age or whatever.
They're
They
like,
seem to be.
They're like
anyway.
17, 18.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean Emma
No, I
Frost?
mean like Banshee.
Oh,
and
Banshee
Frost.
yeah, he's like
Banshee's
28.
Okay.
Yeah.
28, 30.
Yeah,
Well,
they're
he doesn't
adults.
act like it.
No. He never had to. He was an X-Man.
Yeah.
He's Irish.
This is true. He's European.
Once again, might be
And
younger,
Emma
but acts
Frost
much
is
older.
like not a bad guy in this.
No, she's reformed and she's a...
No, she's just kind of a bitch.
Yeah.
which she will continue to be forever.
Until she mind bangs Scott.
And then she's a major bitch. Like,
Yeah.
it's just only... It never stops. So... Yeah, best teen book, Generation X. Now,
It is.
which one is the good? Which one's the bad? Which one's the ugly? I'm gonna toss it out there. Which one's the bad? Just like the mid-range, not great, but not the worst one. I'm gonna say Superboy.
I was gonna say Generation X.
I was going to say Superboy.
I was going to say Superboy.
Okay.
All right.
Fair enough. I'll explain why I picked Superboy, and if you guys agree, we'll go into that, and you can complete your case for Generation X. But I think Superboy was just kind of like it's a Superman story, but turned down to 3,
Yeah.
and that was kind of fun.
Yeah, I had a good time, but I don't necessarily want to read more.
I would never read more. I didn't.
Oh,
This
I
is
don't
my
want
only
to read
Superboy
more
book.
of any of these.
Well, that's true.
Generation X by default.
That's fair. But they don't. There's no clever solution or resolution to the conflicts.
Yeah.
None of them are. It's
No.
it's a weird tie-in that like felt like they had this script lying around and then they just shoehorned in a tie-in. But it's not a preachy after-school special that also is incomprehensibly unpenetrative. So Superboy is the bad.
It was quippy. Like,
Yeah.
everything had to be funny.
Right,
Yeah.
right, yeah. We're
That's
trying...
what teenagers are, right? They're firing and they're doing
Yeah,
stuff.
and we want to get
they're
the kids
on.
to read it,
Yeah.
and they're gonna really like sync up with it.
Yeah.
So that's my bad. I hear you about the about Generation X.
To me, for me, okay, so it's hard to talk about because to me it's just in the middle, and it's just
right, who
Of
cares?
these three, yeah.
yeah. Like I could talk about it in comparison to the other two. Like, I do not like this book. It is. I have no idea what's happening.
Right.
Like both in terms of the way they're describing what's happening and the way it's drawn. I'm just like, what is going on in the fight scenes, especially?
Oh, yeah.
I don't understand what Chamber's power is. There's just flames around him.
Neither do they.
Right? Like nothing makes any sense. Things like why is Gateway there?
Right.
Like,
Who is Gateway?
to bring Penance into the book. That's why he's there. Like
Yeah.
it's just and to bring them to the airport.
He's also an omen.
Yeah, but
Like M knows that.
It's just like shit just coming out of nowhere for no reason.
Yeah.
It's making my head spin.
And there's very little context.
And I don't care.
And it didn't come from anywhere either.
Now,
so
for me, art-wise, there's some of this art I really like.
Oh,
the art looks really cool.
Yeah.
The art wins out.
When I can tell what's happening, it's great.
Yeah.
I'm really used to Botchalo, though. Even
This is the most Botchalo
this
page.
is pretty Botchalo.
So, which one is the...
I like you using that as an answer.
So is this, though.
Yes.
And like this and that.
It's
yeah.
pretty botchelor.
It's pretty Botchalo.
So, which one is the ugly?
Cloak and
Cloak and
Dagger.
Dagger!
Oh, absolutely! Come
It's a nightmare.
Why? What is so bad about Cloak and Dagger?
Nothing happens.
Okay, it's
we have
boring.
7 pages of describing what it's like to learn how to use.
Right, which there's
a
nothing
blind
wrong
wand.
with that. But
No,
we're talking
there
about a
is.
teen comic book.
If it was a book about being blind,
Yeah.
fine.
Well, no, it's like, no one would ever buy a book about being blind, so
Right,
we're going
so
to
let's
Trojan
sneak
horse
it
it
in.
into your book.
Every cover, Superboy and Generation X fulfill on the cover.
That's true.
It
Yes.
happens.
yeah.
This does not. This is a
lie.
Total lie.
Yep.
Well,
Maybe
you do
later
get,
on,
you do get this
afterwards.
sexy, you get this, but she never turns around.
Right, these characters are in the book,
Yes, and she wears that outfit,
and they do wear these outfits.
but they don't fight. She's not doing any action in this outfit, and there's seemingly no connection.
Yeah.
Also, I don't even know where the hell they are.
Are they-
she's on
they're
a
by the
rock.
sea.
Like,
They're
is it
by
the ocean? Is
water.
it?
I guess it's the Hudson River.
Yeah.
Look, that's a big river.
Especially since
You
on the
can't see
horizon there's
anything.
nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, see, look, here's the piece
Ooh.
without down there. That's the cover.
Oh,
Like without the
cool.
metallic?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
without the
Ah.
a little easier to see what's happening. Cloak's not in it.
Yeah, that
Only
really,
his cloak
that's
is in it.
really
Technically,
strange.
Cloak is
The cloak doesn't
A-
work the way it
a
did
cloak.
before.
a cloak.
That doesn't count.
Well, the cloak, I guess.
Yeah.
It's not called the Cloak and Dagger.
It's just Cloak's cloak.
Yeah.
But yeah, no.
The art sucks.
It's,
I love that.
I think, yeah,
It's like tiny in a corner that says the.
yeah.
it's not great.
Or like
I think it's not
the
bad
Cloak
either.
and Tandy.
Yeah, it's a Cloak and Tandy. I think it's okay. I'm used to this kind of art. I don't think it's awful. I think
art?
it's yeah.
It tries
seen
to
worse.
tell a little bit of a story with ecstasy.
Yes.
But I ain't buying a book called Ecstasy.
No. And I don't and I'm not going to.
If
this is
I
not
didn't
a good
know
pitch.
what the title of this book was, I would think it was called Ecstasy.
That's fair.
Or Adventures in Blindness
With Dagger?
with Dagger.
Yeah.
Or just Dagger.
Yeah. No, you're right. Yeah.
Fuck this book. This was a slog.
Yes, it was.
Because of the blind part. If you took out all the parts about her learning to be blind, learning how to function as a blind person.
Here's the thing. When I was reading this book for the show,
Yeah.
I got to the blind stuff, and I went, oh, it's just giving the thing, and I just skipped it. So it's actually the shortest book
I read
for me.
all of
And
it.
then
Hey.
I know, and then I went back and I went, all right. I feel like a jerk.
Yeah.
And I did go
should.
through it, and I read them all,
Yeah.
and I was like, wow, I was right to skip it.
Yeah. Oh, somebody talked to a friggin' blind
actual blind teacher.
for a day.
Yeah, for one day.
took
Or a blind
copious
person,
notes.
Yeah.
Or
Sweet.
read the book, got a manual or something.
Is it so bad it belongs in the wrong box?
To me, yes.
No,
No.
I don't think so.
I think it is because it's
Hate
it's
this
awful.
book.
So far, nothing's in the wrong box. Like the Spawn book.
No, that Spawn book.
Is it as bad as the Spawn book?
No.
No.
Okay, but
Here's the thing.
But compared to these two, it's awful.
Nothing will ever be
The
as bad as
ecstasy
Yeah.
part, while I did not enjoy it,
Yeah.
was at least a story.
Yeah.
A plot happened. It's driving the story forward.
And while I
It's so
didn't enjoy
obvious.
any of the blind
Stuff.
info,
I
like, they
appreciate.
just, yeah, I appreciate what they were trying to do.
Yeah.
They
I
failed.
appreciated
but
that
it's-
someone paid that much attention to what it's like to be blind.
Yeah.
A little bit less attention could have been paid. I'd have been fine.
Yeah, maybe a 10th.
Yeah.
Or spread it out.
Right. Yeah.
I had nothing but grimaces and confusion
That's
on
fair.
my face
Yeah.
reading the other
Yeah.
books.
I enjoyed this more so, I think probably because of the movie.
No, that awful movie that Ben,
movie?
you and I watched. They made a made-for-TV movie of Generation X.
It made me think of that, and I was like,
It's the worst thing
Yeah.
ever. We actually
also,
it's on the channel.
Husk is in here, so you knew I was going to vote for that.
Yeah.
Husk.
No, I kind of
Yeah,
enjoyed
Husk
this.
Sucks.
I know, but her name's Husk.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I liked it. I like this book because it, to me, screams comic book.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's fair.
It's like you know, having some drama over here with these characters, and then a fucking
know.
thing comes
I know.
in,
Yeah,
That
and a
has the best
fight!
ads for
and
me.
you gotta deal with the thing,
This
and like
is
the
the Tiffany
heroes
ad
have
book.
to like
Yeah.
figure out like how we gonna stop her.
Yeah, but they don't.
It's stupid how they stop her
Yeah.
This book has the best ads for me.
Okay. Because of what?
because of Bubble.
The Doctor Strange back on the ad on the back and
Yeah.
Bubble Bobble?
Bubble
Yeah.
Bobble. Yep.
Because this one has...
But these are the things I care about, so you're not
Right.
going to win
You
me
also
over.
have an
But-
Operation Wolf.
Yeah.
Nintendo
and
game?
What is that?
Jackson presents Fist.
Yeah, you also get a
Oh.
teaser for Gargoyles. Hasn't come out yet. You have no idea what this is. Gargoyles is coming.
This
Meanwhile-
might switch it.
Yeah. Now this also has a couple other cool things in it, which I will point out in a minute. But before we do that, this also has a back page ad for a Tiger video game of Batman Forever. It says the battle your brains out. It also has a advertisement for a win all this Nerf stuff ad on the back, which is awesome. An ad for the Pinky and the Brain Christmas special.
Damn.
Also, it has an ad for the Spawn Super NES video game,
I didn't know that existed.
which is something we have to play on the channel
That's
sometime.
amazing.
I have played it. It's awful. Also, Mallrats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, this was the ad campaign for Mallrats.
Oh, no wonder it didn't do that great.
I don't know what this is. It was confusing to me.
It looks
Yeah.
like a comic book.
You know what's funny? This is more of a movie poster than that.
Oh,
is,
yeah.
Because
Oh,
he even has a
that's-
tagline up here. It says, if you need him to make a house call, you're already in a lot of trouble.
I like that.
I'm
Doctor
amazed
Strange.
how few ads
This one doesn't.
are in this
have
book.
it.
I
Yeah.
know.
There's so much story.
But
I
that,
know.
that Gargoyles ad's
Pretty dope.
I mean,
That
look
is
at the
dope.
art.
I want that poster.
Yep.
So,
What's
So
it gonna be,
Tiffany?
Tiffany?
Yeah.
no.
My vote's for Superboy. Because it's got so
We've
much
also
stuff in the
got
poster.
X-Men Captain
Yeah,
Universe.
you can.
ad.
That's an ad for you can get yourself to be Captain Universe.
Oh.
You fill out that card.
Oh, I really like that Gargoyles ad.
It's pretty dope.
But I really like that tagline.
That's a great. This is a great poster we need to
Yeah,
get.
this is phenomenal.
Anyway, that doesn't matter.
I
No, it
like the
doesn't
Superboy
matter.
ones too. I'm gonna vote for that. I do like Gargoyles. I don't care about Bubble Bobble
Yeah.
or Doctor
Yep.
Strange. All this stuff is cool to me.
Yeah. This whole thing is it's a total package for you.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's the whole
All right.
package.
Well, I'll get you number 23 for next time. But
no,
thank you
get
guys.
him Cloak and Dagger number 7.
That's a good point. Well, I gotta get the whole series now.
Yeah.
Anyway,
It can't be worse.
so far nothing for the wrong box yet. I'm sorry. We will find something that's worse.
Yes.
Hopefully.
How many votes is it required to get? Do we all have to agree it goes in the wrong
think
box? How does it work?
No, because I didn't think Spawn should go in the wrong box, but it
Oh.
did.
Yeah.
Because it was
It
bad
needs to be
enough.
a
three.
majority.
Three?
It's
Yeah.
gotta be, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Anyway, we'll see you guys next time with another episode of The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. I'm Sal.
I'm Ethan.
I'm Ben.
And I'm Tiffany.
Thanks for watching.